Brothers and sisters, the conflicts in the Middle East and everywhere, but particularly in Iraq, had prompted the Imams here, the Imams Council in Southeast Michigan, to meet. And the idea behind the meetings of the Imams Council is that the sectarianism that is taking place over there does not spill over here to our communities. We need to truly understand how important it is for all of us Muslims here to remain united regardless of who we are, what schools of thought we follow, and so on and so forth. So this message we are sending is that of unity and solidarity against sectarianism, division and disunity. We agreed that the issues that are happening over there are political in nature and not necessarily Sunni or Shi'i. Of course, the Imams and all of us here as Muslims condemn all types of extremism, more so the violent extremism. And among other things, we are promoting peaceful dialogue among all people. We are sending a message overseas to begin this peaceful dialogue, because violence begets only violence. And the only way to resolving conflicts is peaceful dialogue. Do we not learn from the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, as much as the Sahaba companions did not like the immediate outcome of Hilf al-Hudaybiyah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself recognized it is the biggest victory for Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Inna fatahna laka fathan mubina. Concessions, compromises, peaceful dialogues. We have the example of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why are we at each other's throat like that? The Imams are keen on protecting our communities from any potential sectarianism. We cannot solve the problems in the Middle East. Our attention should be focused on our problems here. The problems we are facing here include hate, Islamophobia. We have issues internally, youth issues, all sorts of issues, drugs, homosexuality, atheism, and so on and so forth. And we need to address the youth. We caution you from being brainwashed by any faction through the web or other social media outlets in an attempt to recruit fighters from the US. Be very careful. It's happened. And we want to protect our youth here. And if you hear of anything, or if someone contacts you, it's your responsibility to inform the Imams so we can take the proper measures. We are indeed calling for peace, and the Imams signed. We had about 24 Imams along with community leaders who signed reaffirmed the Code of Honor that was signed back in 2007. And very quickly, we reaffirmed the Muslim Code of Honor signed by Shia and Sunni Imams on May 10th, 2007. The signed agreement calls for Shia and Sunni communities led by the Imams to live together peacefully in America, acknowledging fundamental differences among madhahib. It is imperative upon signing the Code of Honor that we work towards maintaining and enhancing good relationships among us. Number two, adhering to the Code of Honor, we must encourage respectful language in our institutions and discourage speech or material that engages in rhetoric of takfir or disrespect of Muslim scholars and leaders, traditional or contemporary. Be aware that there are some who promote discord and fitna. We must not allow such parties to distract us for the sake of Muslim Americans who live and struggle for a dignified existence for Islam and Muslims. We remember Allah's commandment and hold fast altogether to the rope of God, and be not divided among yourselves. And remember with gratitude God's favor upon you when you were enemies, and He joined your hearts in love. Thus by His grace you became brethren, and you were on the brink of the fire, and He saved you from it. Thus does God make His signs clear to you, that you may be guided. So let there arise out of you a band of people, inviting to all that is good, enjoining what is right, and forbidding what is wrong. They are the ones to attain felicity, and be not like those who are divided amongst themselves and fall into disputations after receiving clear signs. For them is a dreadful penalty. And finally, we encourage our national organizations, moreover, through the example of our brotherly cooperation in Southeast Michigan, to honor the terms of the Code of Honor we signed. We stand ready to work with anyone towards this goal, to promote true spirit of peaceful coexistence and respect among all. We ask God the Exalted to aid us in this and all our efforts to conduct ourselves in a manner that is most pleasing to Him. Allahumma ameen.